You're very welcome back. Now, it was recently voted the most divisive sporting controversy in the country's history. The Battle of Saipan between Roy Keane, Mick McCarthy and the FAI has ensured the enduring popularity of comedy musical Keano.
But 5 years on, the producers feel it's getting near full time for Keano, so this would be the final run ever. It's over. Bye. And we're joined this morning by the current Keano, Jamie Beamish. Good morning, sir.
Morning, Jamie.
I suppose we should go, last run ever. Is this one of these, but you never know?
I don't know. I've been told, like, this is it. This is really, like, the end of the road for the show. But in a good way, I think they're right. They're going out on a high, you know what I mean? This is such a huge show. It's like the biggest show. After Riverdance, I think it's the biggest show in Irish history, you know?
Wow.
I think it probably would be,
you would have expected it to do well in its first year because of its topical nature, but that it's still going 5 years on.
I know, this is it, yeah, because like it is 5 years after the event, that's the thing. And people still going crazy for it, which is brilliant. But kind of, I think that it captured the zeitgeist of the nation in a way, because it's still a huge thing. People still talk about it.
People still have that row in pubs, yeah.
Did you see Mario Rosenstock's 20 greatest sporting controversies in Irish history, and it came #1, I think, by a country mile.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I was in London when it all kicked off, and you could feel the reverberations there, you know. Ireland was shaking, you know, and and the writers just really captured it, you know, but in brilliant satire as well. People get a really good laugh off it. It's a great old night.
But they've continued to update it, Jamie, because I was saying I saw you in the opening night in January this year. And I went, as I was saying to you as well, I know nothing about football, absolutely nothing. They look great in shorts, that's it, that's where it ends for me. And I loved every second of it, it was fantastic, but they have brought the story along. They have continued to update it.
Absolutely, yeah, they're very, I mean, I haven't received my script for this run yet, so I don't know what they're doing, you know what I mean? So it's, who knows, you know, because the soap opera goes on. It's crazy. You know, who would have thought that, we'll say, after it all kicked off, Mick McCarthy would end up working for Niall Quinn, sacked by Niall Quinn. Niall Quinn hires himself, and then suddenly sacks himself, and then hires Roy Keane. This is, like, amazing. This is
in fairness, Quinnis doesn't come out the best out of...
God, who does, you know?
Yeah, but...
Absolutely. Keano does a bit,
Keano
all right,
does.
yeah.
You still like Keano at the end.
I think you do.
You do, yeah.
There's a good bit in the show, I think. The McCarthy character, McCarticus as such, and there's a bit where he sings, tell me what was I meant to do? And I think it's quite a nice moment in the show where you kind of go, well, OK, he has his side to it as well, but they do come off as buffoons, I have to say. Yeah.
Right, now, tackling the Keano, I mean, you're talking about an iconic figure. Oh, yeah. Everybody now does an impression of him. And, of course, there are some of them. Obviously, Mario's one on Gift Grub is now legendary. Yeah. So how did you do it? What did you base it on? Or? Well,
I really kind of had to find it in rehearsals. I remember when I signed up for it, I thought, oh, God, this is like the pies and chalice someone's handed to me. It's like, it's not on the same level as doing James Bond, but you know what I mean? Are you going to be any good or anything like that? And people stopped me in the street, OK, do the voice. And what I didn't want to do was a Mario Rosenstock impression of Keano, you know, because then you got two impressions. And so what I kind of really looked at was the physicality of the man, because, you know, in public he's a quiet man when you think about it.
He's not that big either.
No, this is it, and thankfully I'm not that big either. But it really comes out on the pitch when you see him play and things like that. So YouTube is a godsend. Thank God for the internet, you know. It's a brilliant resource. And I was watching him play and different things like that, and it was kind of from that, and from that then the voice came. I mean, I can say loads, but you know, the script is really great. So in rehearsals,
well, not too hard for a Waterford man either, because you are Waterford.
I am, yeah. Born and bred and very proud, yeah.
Men love taking the mick out of Cork. Anyway.
Yes. I mean, that's
was it a dream come true then, in that sense?
Yeah, in a way, get my own back on Cork. I think we did in the hurling this year anyway, to be honest. But I'll say no more.
And most Cork people would say it was long overdue, and fair play to you. Because you didn't take it a bit further, but there you go.
There you go. I know. God, please God, as we say every year. But yeah. There's always next year. Yeah.
But I mean, also in terms of the accent, I mean, there's a certain type of Waterford accent that's not Waterford City accent. That's not a million miles away from a Cork accent either. Yeah. Not quite as sing-songy, but
no, absolutely. And I think that's what you notch up is the sing-songiness of it. But Keane is funny as well. He doesn't. It's only flat. Yeah. He is a bit flat, but you know, when he gets riled, you can see it kicks in. You know, the old Mayfield kind of comes back.
Well, you have the mad eyes anyway. You have the.
Do you think? Yeah.
Well, you know the eyes on the cover of the book with that weird bird thing and all the rest of it. I mean, if we get a real close-up of yours and you open them slightly wide, you can see.
Do you like that?
Go on, do the voice.
Well, oh God, this is on the spot now, as they say, but he kind of comes on and he's kind of asked, was everything okay in your trip over? Was there any problems? Well, no, you know. Well, there were a few organisational difficulties, but I am here now, and that is all that matters. Yeah. But he is so low key. It's when he erupts. That's when it's really.
But you mentioned you are one of the shortest characters physically on the stage.
On stage,
but what you do, you do what.
Huge,
yeah, but you do what he does. You carry. You walk on and you're the biggest character on stage. Even though you're the shortest, nobody's going to mess. No. It's really good. That really comes out, that strength of Roy Keane.
Good, I'm glad.
No, it does, yeah.
There was a great scene where it was me and the Quinnis character and Peggy Bonneris. And we were having this, they're really afraid of me, but I'm standing on a step because, and then I'm on the same
really
level
funny.
as them. Absolutely, yeah.
Because you actually step up, don't you?
That's it, I do, yeah. Oh, come here. And they're there at me, but only because I'm on a step. Yeah, absolutely.
It does actually give you, it gives you an idea of just how ferocious and a character is, because he's only, I think he's about 5'10".
That's right, yeah.
And
I'm 5'9", that's right,
6'3".
That's right.
Big boys.
Mick was about 6'1", Packy is 6'2", and they're not just big men, but they're solid men as well.
And he's not afraid of them.
Not at all.
Not at all. And you know,
anybody.
he's afraid of no one, which is great.
He's not afraid of nothing, boy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's amazing.
Listen, just on a personal note, you've had a really, really tough year, but it's all kind of worked out. You had cancer during the course.
I did, yeah. I was diagnosed in the last run of Keano, which was the start of this year. Right in the middle of it, I was diagnosed with cancer, with Hodgkin's lymphoma, Hodgkin's disease, as is more popularly known. And it was a big shock at the time, obviously, you know. And but it's worked out fine. I've just finished 6 months of chemotherapy.
So you just finished it?
Just about 7 weeks ago, yeah, absolutely. And then, you know, was able to sign up for this run. They were very kind to have me back, you know, and stuff like that. And I'm feeling good, and I really can't wait to get back on stage and stuff like that.
The last ever Keano.
Well, that's a big thing. It's nice because, you know, it puts a nice cap on it, and I'm very honoured to be kind of allowed to play it again for the last time.
I want to go back and see it again. I did love it.
It's a good show.
Yeah, it's a great show. Great fun.
Congratulations on it. We want to wish you all the very best with it.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
And for those of you who are interested in going again, last chance to see it, Keano Olympia Theatre, 8th to the 26th of January.
Do you go off down to Limerick and Cork then for a bit?
Yes, we do. A week in Limerick and a week in Cork after that.
Good stuff. All
Happy
right,
Christmas.
thanks very much. Cheers now.
Thank you.
Now, stay with us because there's lots more